The program, Miss Earth Trinidad and Tobago 2018 is set to take place soon, and we have the representative for Trinidad and Tobago joining us on set, Afeya Jeffrey. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure having you this morning. I love your attire, your beautiful crown.
Is that an Eastman?
Now, what is the Miss Earth competition? I've never heard about this before. What is it all about?
Okay, so Miss Earth is a little bit unlike the actual pageants, Miss World and Miss Universe. It has to do with environmental awareness. So it is a beauty pageant in itself, yes, but it encourages environmental awareness. So the girls have platforms that they need to work on. We have advocacies that encourage sustainable development and maintenance and preservation and conservation of our environment.
Great. When was this competition?
The local leg was held at Vast Launch on August 4th.
Okay. And how many ladies competed?
It was 8 of us. 8 stunning and equally beautiful and intelligent ladies.
Was it a stiff competition, you would say?
I would say so, because everyone had their hidden talents, everyone had their hidden weapons. So it was indeed a stiff competition, but thank God for his victories.
What was your hidden talent?
I think that I'm good at public speaking, and this would have been my 15th pageant, so I had a little bit more experience in comparison to the other girls, so that is what I used as my advantage.
It's very interesting, environmental awareness, something that's critical at this point in time.
Very, very.
Was this an area that you were particularly interested in even before the competition?
Definitely. So I did 2 degrees. My first degree was biology and environmental and natural resource management, which gave me the initiative to actually plunge into this pageant. My second degree is physiotherapy, which I acquired from the University of the West Indies, Mona. So my interest in environmental preservation caused me to want to do this. Not just that, I feel as though Trinidad and Tobago has such a global effect currently. Right now we're a big dot as to where we affect the environment. Our carbon footprint is the 2nd highest in the world to Qatar per capita, and that's terrible in my opinion. So I really want to be that voice of change. I really want to be that ambassador.
And what sort of opportunities does this competition afford you in order to make your dreams come true?
Well, I would say that it affords me the opportunity to speak about my beliefs, speak about my philosophies, and to actually get down into the nitty-gritty, into fixing the problems that we have currently in our country. So that is the opportunity that is definitely going to give me. Of course, I'm getting the opportunity to go to the Philippines, so that is it will be an amazing experience. I can't wait to experience that.
Okay, so the competition actually already took place. So you are the reigning Miss Earth.
Miss Earth Trinidad and Tobago, yes.
All right.
So the international leg is on November 3rd in the Philippines. I'm due to leave on October 4th. So it's an entire month of activities and competitions.
And in the Philippines?
Yes.
So what are some of the activities?
I think my most interesting activity that I'm looking forward to right now is a no makeup challenge. So you have to walk up and down the stage, go in front of the judges with completely no makeup on, your hair pulled back, and in your most natural state. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's very different for them to judge you based on what you naturally are, what you should be presenting every day.
So in the event that you are successful, what would be your requirements for that year of reign?
Okay, so whatever my advocacy or my project is, and currently my project is entitled Recreate and Manage Waste, which represents encouraging renewable energy sources in Trinidad and Tobago and the entire world, as a matter of fact. I plan to go through different schools, educating them about the different types of renewable energy sources that we have, and of course encourage the 3 R's: reducing, rethinking, respecting Mother Earth, recycling, and reusing.
Are there any projects in Trinidad and Tobago that you are particularly passionate about? Any dreams or any goals that you've set for yourself for us here?
Definitely. Currently, the EMA has a program called I Care. They encourage citizens to separate their plastic and their cans and dump them into the bins that they have provided. I think we need to pay focus on the fact that when you throw your rubbish in the garbage bin, you think that it's gone, it's disappeared. But ideally, it ends up somewhere. It ends up in landfills, and that contributes to a variety of carbon emissions, which again contributes to the high carbon footprint that we have. Recently, they've discovered a plastic island in the Caribbean Sea. How terrible is that? So I think the EMA beating plastic pollution is an excellent idea, and that is what I hope to partner with.
Wonderful. Is this the first competition that you've entered in terms of the beauty aspect of it?
No, actually, I've done a lot of local shows before, but with respect to major shows, I've done Miss Universe in 2013. I did Miss World. I was 2nd runner-up. and this is Miss Earth. I did 2 international shows based in the Caribbean, Guyana, Miss Jam Zone International, which I won, as well as Miss Black Sun International in St. Kitts, where I placed first runner-up.
Well, congratulations to you.
That's
excellent. So I'm thinking pageants, they've been something that you're always interested in.
Yes.
Why?
I would say, unbelievably, I was 200 pounds at the age of 11. And as such, I was bullied, I was isolated, I had no friends, and I did my very first pageant at the age of 18, by accident, I would say, because someone just encouraged me to do it. And I won that show, and in winning that show, my self-esteem augmented. And ever since that, I've continued doing it because I realized it was something that I was good in. So I kept doing it, and I also did it as a reason to take myself through to university, because I would always play. So I would always use the financial winnings to take me through school.
Well, that brings me to my next question. In your opinion, what is the relevance of pageantry in today's society?
I would say that a lot of people think that pageants objectify women, because most of the time you're required to be beautiful, you're required to be highly intelligent, yes, and as such people look at you. But at the same time, I think it develops a woman. It gives her the opportunity to know who she is, to identify her strengths and her weaknesses, to be role models in society, I would say, because for me, I think that is the greatest joy that I have had, the opportunity to encourage the younger woman in my community. So that is the relevance, I would say.
Now, I want to go back to a comment that you made earlier. You said that you're actually looking forward to one aspect of the competition that requires no makeup.
Yes.
Why is that something that you look forward to? And what are your thoughts on makeup on the whole?
Ideally, at one point in my time, I was very much addicted to makeup. I would not go to the shop without makeup. I would not go to the gym without makeup. I was so very obsessed because I thought that that was the definition of beauty. I need to conceal whatever imperfections I had, but ideally your imperfections are what make you unique. Those are what make you yourself. That's who you are. So I'm excited to show them who I really am behind this mask.
You call it a mask?
It's a mask.
Can you say that it just helps to
enhance?
Yeah.
I would say so, it does. You identify your features and you build up on that, I would say so. But I think natural beauty is everything. I think as women, we should not feel pressured to wear makeup, because I think there are a lot of YouTubers right now teaching girls how to do makeup, and I think it's flooding their minds, the younger women society, flooding our minds. We're wasting our money on different types of products to look exceptional when the exceptional beauty is already there. It's already existing.
So moving away from the pageants and the pageantry aspect of it, who are you? You've had a wonderful background in terms of your education and your accomplishments so far. Could you tell us a little bit about your family life and that sort of thing?
Sure. I am the 5th out of 7 siblings. I have 2 younger brothers. I have an older sister and 3 older brothers who I love dearly. At the moment, it's just my dad. My mommy passed away in June. So just my dad. I have 8 wonderful dogs.
Wow.
Who I love. 8 wonderful dogs.
That's beautiful.
Yes, yes, yes. And as a child growing up, as I mentioned before, dealing with obesity was very hard. So at the moment, I'm a fitness influencer. I'm an instructor and a personal trainer. I own my very own business entitled Step It Up Fitness Trinidad and Tobago. Dance is also my passion. So I'm a choreographer of 7 years, and I currently own my own dance school called Step It Up Dance, where I teach kids from the age of 3 to 17 to explore their passions in the arena of dance.
So what do you owe your success?
I would definitely say that my grandparents had a very instrumental role in molding me and making me who I am today. Their spiritual influences, the fact that they pushed me to want to be whoever I wanted to be, regardless of the fact that I was obese and I felt as though I should hide from society. My father is also very, very instrumental.
You spoke about their spiritual influence.
Yes.
Are you a church girl?
I am a church girl, if you want to put it that way. I was brought up by my both grandparents were pastors, so I have a very religious background.
Would you say that that was instrumental in your success in some way?
I would say so, because I think having that fear for God automatically makes you disciplined. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, I'm not, but it gives you that discipline to go through. If you can follow his laws and his wills, then it means that you can align with society and you could do whatever you want to do to the best of your ability, knowing that everything is possible.
You seem to be very mentally strong and focused at such a young age to overcome bullying and all that is associated with being obese. Can you share a little bit more about that experience and how was it for you to really, how difficult was it to overcome?
I think exercising in itself, because I started training at the age of 12, it taught me, it gave me the discipline that I needed to change my diet, because I felt as though my weight was attributed to the spoiling at home from the grandparents. You know, I would eat from grandma, then go eat from grandpa, mommy come home, eat from mommy too. So exercising itself gave me that discipline. I was never really physically aware, even though the kids at school would laugh and point and make all sorts of jokes about me, but indeed, it was an experience that I really don't want any other kids to have to go through. And as a result of that, I've developed a program called HYPE, which is representative of, it's a community project that aids to go to the schools, detect children in the schools who are obese, and have a camp that is set up in order to teach them that exercise can be fun, to teach your parents about proper nutrition and all of that. So I'm very passionate about that cause as well, as a physiotherapist and a fitness influencer.
When did you develop HYPE?
Developed it in July of this year, so just last month I started working on that project. It's always been a dream of mine, but I've never had the opportunity to do that because I was in and out of the country between Jamaica and Trinidad consistently.
All right, and how has the program been so far? Have you been able to touch base with many schools? What are your plans in taking it further?
I would say that I have had the opportunity to take it further with respect to, it started in Lubury, that's a small community just before Point Fortin, so I'm taking it one community at a time. Yeah. So it's in Lubury at the moment. I plan to take it all the way down to Point Fortin and hopefully further and probably even into Port of Spain, so long as I have the assistance and the teamwork.
So you're a South girl?
I am a South girl.
Yeah, wonderful. I know where Lubury is. I saw you trying to explain to me where Lubury is.
yes.
South. So all these pageants and all of that, what would you say you've gained from this experience?
Confidence, mental grit, mental fortitude, the ability to brush off what society may say. I don't consider myself a typical pageant girl, as in there are particular aesthetics required for pageantry. These are the girls that you see like Wendy, they're very lean. I'm not going to use the word skinny, but they're very lean, slender, tall, beautiful. But naturally, I'm very muscular, and I think that I do not fall into that category. So I think the mental grit and fortitude to be able to brush off what society says, because I don't think that an ambassador for a country or a particular cause has to be conformed to a particular type of beauty.
And what is the average day like for you? How would you describe your agenda?
Wow, my days are pretty busy. I get up at 5:30. I do my meditation, I do my prayer, and then I normally have clients that I personal train from about 7 straight up until probably about 10, 11 o'clock. And after that, I go about my day-to-day duties, and then probably around 5, 6, I'll have other clients, and then I have my major classes at 7 p.m.
Okay, so people come to you, or is there a gym that you operate?
No, people come to me. So I do CrossFit training, so they come to me, and that's what we do.
So fitness, it's definitely something that you're very passionate about.
Yes, very.
You seem very fearless, confident, and unstoppable.
Yes.
What is your ultimate goal? Where are you headed?
My ultimate goal is to be the best physical therapist I could ever be, to be the best influencer. I don't ever want to stop motivating and inspiring women. So for me, I tend to consider myself a jack of all trades because I do so many different things. So as far as my potential can reach and surpass the limits of those potential.
Now, many times in society, we have a lot of conversations here, and we talk about crime, we talk about our youths being drawn to gangs and violence and that sort of thing. What would you say was the role that your parents played in all of this? Because many times we point fingers at the parents, and we say, oh, it's their upbringing, and the parents were responsible. They were the ones who are to ensure that their kids go along the right path. What role did your parents play in your success and where you are today?
I strongly believe in training up a child in the way they should go, and when they get old, they will not depart from it. We all know that quote. And I think that my grandparents and both my biological parents as well, they were very affirmative in letting me know who I am as a black woman in society. and the goals that they had for me and the expectations that they had for me and the lifestyle that they have lived and the ones that they wanted me to pattern or even be better. So I think that I was always very disciplined. So in my mind, I made up my mind to be the best person that I can be.
What about your siblings? Are they as successful as you are?
I will say that they are in their own little way. In their own little way, they are indeed.
And how can corporate Trinidad and Tobago come on board to assist in this venture?
Currently, as Miss Earth, we're seeking sponsorship for so many different things: evening gown, national costume, goddess costume, plane tickets, which it's about $20,000 US, baggage, all these different things. At the moment, I'm not going to say that I have nothing. I'm building, I'm getting there. I have assistants, I have wardrobe providers, I have hairstylists, I have makeup. However, the more crucial things for competition in itself, which I think is absolutely necessary, these are the things that we need financial sponsorship for. So I'm pleading with corporate Trinidad and Tobago to come forward and assist in this wonderful venture.
All right, and how do we contact you?
So you can find me on Facebook at Afeya Jeffrey, AFEYA JEFFREY. Instagram, Afeya Jeffrey _ Step It Up Fitness. Or you could contact me at 362-5915.
362-5915. What message can you give to other young women aspiring to perhaps one day obtain a national title?
I would say work hard, be the best that you can be. Know who you are before you get into the industry, because there are so many different people, so many different scammers out here to trick you, lead you astray. Know who you are as a young woman. Develop your philosophies, your advocacies, things that you are passionate about. The beauty pageant industry, it's not just about a pretty face, the glitz and glamour. It's about standing up for a cause, and that is what you need to stand up for a cause. Stand up for what you believe in.
Wonderful. It's been a pleasure chatting with you, Ms. Jeffrey.
Thank you.
We wish you all the best, and you're resilient, you're fearless, you're confident, you're unstoppable, you're everything.
Thank you for having me.
It was amazing chatting with you. Good luck. We've been chatting with the lady herself, Afeya Jeffrey, Miss Earth Trinidad and Tobago 2018. Please come on board and support her. Her number is 362-5915. You can find her on Facebook and on Instagram, Afeya Jeffrey, AFEYA JEFFREY. Step It Up. There we go. We now take you to a very short break. Stay tuned.
Black man got to keep on jamming. Oh, black man, you get a little something. People rob you.